All right, as promised, here is my next little video for preparing for Springer Mountain, where I'm going to be going boots on the ground for the first time. The location is probably all you're going to get out of me until I find the treasure, but this is something that I think could be helpful for everyone. One of the special things I think about the Appalachian Footpath Box is there is already a cult following of people who are Appalachian Trail hikers. And the importance of that is that there is plenty of information and data that is going along with the very specific path that it is possible that this treasure box is found on. So, one of the things that is considered the Bible for hikers is the Awol guide, AWOL. I will put the link in the notes. It basically has all the information of every single mile marker of what's in between those mile markers, springs for your water sources. There's all kinds of information and data in the Awol guide that is useful for hikers. It's not even every mile marker of the trail. There is very small increments. Sometimes any waypoint that you may cross is documented in the Awol guide. Places where there are shelters, where there are springs for you to access water, areas where you need to specifically have a bear canister if you're camping, areas where there's a campsite but not a shelter, but there's maybe a privy or something else useful along the way. It also has information about road crossings so that you can get transport. So I highly recommend the Awol guide for anybody who's looking for the Appalachian Footpath Box. Without further ado, I am going to show you how and why I have made this little book that basically only has the pages that I am interested in for this particular outing. So, the AWOL guide does come in the unbound version, a bound version, PDF version, and I chose the unbound version so that I could make this little booklet because I have spent a lot of time cutting individual pages out of a book so that it doesn't mess up the binding. Now, this video didn't go perfectly and I kind of screwed it up, but it's still functional as far as I'm concerned. So I hope you enjoy as we go through the making of this little treasure hunting book, if you will. So this is the whole AWOL guide. This is the unbound version, so you can see that neither side is bound. And I'm going to make myself a little booklet so that I can just take the sections that I need with me. Now, you can see there's a lot of information in this book. You've got information, you've got maps, you've got the elevation profiles, you've got every way marker along the way, whole lot of stuff in this guide that's going to give you all the information you need about the Appalachian Trail. This book is too much to carry around all at once. It's a lot of weight. You don't need the majority of it. And it also comes with these handy dandy bags. I bought some extra ones so you can separate it into sections and still keep it organized. Make sure it stays dry. So I'm going to use this tool hole puncher in order to select the sections that I want and take these rings, and then I will make a bound book, if you will. I like that it comes in this handy little case, and so everything stays nice and organized. Of course, I only need about a dozen of these, and then I will carry the rest of them around for the next 20 years until I decide that I need them again. These are some of the books that I have bought in learning about the Appalachian Trail. However, the AWOL guide is just like the data book, and that's the most useful. So I'm just picking a section here, and then I am going to go through and I am going to punch holes in it. Two-hole punch that I bought has a little arm on it that you can see. It's in there upside down. I gotta flip it around. So I'm going to slide these pages in there, make sure they're nice and even, butt it up against the back, and make sure it's the same width. So I kind of have a jig set up to where everything stays the same each time that I put the pages in. Middle, yikes! And I realized that I totally screwed it up, but on this next section, I am going to try to correct for that and move it out a little bit so that I'm not missing data when I am out there. Ultimately, I know that the way karma works is that whatever I punch a hole through is exactly what I'm going to need. And I fucked it up again. So now I've got holes that are not lined up. So this is not the greatest DIY video. Everything's still going to be functional and work the way that I want it to. So I'm just going to go through the rest of the book and do my best to not delete any data by punching punching holes in it and also make sure that the holes go all the way through. But ultimately, I didn't do the greatest job on this, but it'll still work. Got holes of some sort through the whole book now. I've just got to somehow line them up and get these rings through it. And if you've made it this far in the video, I will be amazed, but thank you for hanging in there while I put this little DIY book together. I have spent lots of time cutting pages out of other books and just taking them on section hikes with me, so I think this is the best way to do it. I did have trouble keeping all the pages in order, so the rings help with that. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you find a better way to do this.